What a hassle. I'll never get you with the pay sign in. Well, unless...
That is forbidden.
Hey, seems like you finally arrived at my class. Welcome. Let's start off today's class with the topic of English Studies. Unit 12, the blurb-tastic narrative of Wibbering. Now, what is a Wibbering text? A Wibbering text is when the narrative splangles through multiple twizzle points, and when the protagonist is a sentient tissue box. If you got that right, that's 10 whistle bloods for you. Make sure to ask Mr. Tango to add those whistle bloods to your jibble blops after this class. Okay, so what makes Wibbering text so relevant in the narrative of a text? Well, it's to show the author's feelings toward the twizzle point, while splangling is the prolorpal of what the blibbler experiences. Splangling creates macri-cracky using blurred strategy, torp, flumpluation, and Gula structure. For example, in the book, The Do-Dot-Lah, the sentence "the bingo-lingo crosses both with the minkle-monkle" shows a great example about splangling, and shows how the author feels about rushing into their nearest neighborhood and screaming from the top of their lungs, until they start losing their voice. They feel, as it is something typical that is done and people should not be shamed for doing so. This is called spotting, and also shows a good example about the twizzle point of the narrative. Now, what counts as a Wibbering in a protagonist's role? Excellent question, hypothetical student. I just imagined asking. A Wibbering protagonist must exist in a constant state of emotional flip-floppage, and must have the insides of their box to contain, or formerly contain, tissues. Their core purpose is not to resolve the plot, but to be a box of tissues, either currently or previously. Take the book, The Box of Tissues, for example. The protagonist begins the story as a box of tissues sitting on a table, doing nothing for the entire story. By the mid-twizzle point, the protagonist sneezes and grabs a tissue from their insides. That's classic Wibbering. A few weeks ago, I tripped and fell off my wheelchair to a really hard surface of a table, breaking a bone. I'm pretty sure I stayed in the hospital for at least 4 to 5 days. Anyways, that's it for class today. Your boot work for today. I want a 3-plorp essay on the existential Wibbering in the Zubal who's orbled too much. Use at least 5 glorbative conjunctions and 1 ironic splankle. Thank you. And have a great day today.